Another episode of the Coastal Feuds podcast. I'm your host, Braden Plord. We've got another episode underway. We're excited. We have the whole gang back together again. And as you already know, it's March. And with that brings some March madness with the bracket being released in, I think, about a week, is it?
Exactly a week.
In exactly 1 week, we will find out the exact bracket for March Madness. But that doesn't mean that we can't already start making some predictions coming up. We're going to go over some teams that we think should be on the upset watch list, potential top seeds that can get upset by a lower seed. Tyler or Charlie, do you guys just want to take it away with this one?
I'll start it out, and I'll start it out really simple with a team that I do love dearly, but I don't see them doing much in March, and that's Michigan. They have had a terrible end to the season. Two losses to Michigan State, losses to Illinois, and they haven't been able to shoot the three ball efficiently at all. They've been entirely reliant on their interior play with Vlad Golden and Danny Wolf. They're a team that's projected to be around the 4-5 seed, but they're not playing like it's a seed that's good. And I could totally see them with the low momentum coming into this getting bounced.
For me, one team that personally sticks out for me that, I don't think is going to have, possibly too much success in March and could end up screwing up a lot is Mississippi State. I think, they're projected around, that more 4 or 5 seed. And I know that they've been dropping in past couple of weeks, and, they're definitely not going to be up at that 1-2 seed. But I think, in KenPom, they're rated only 21st in the offense and then 50th, and then for the defense, they're down all the way at 50. And, I always have a saying when I'm picking my bracket, I say, there's no such thing as a consistent offense, just offense that plays good a lot of the time. When we saw last year, Kentucky get upset by Oakland all the way from Michigan. Kentucky had one of the best offenses in the league, but what couldn't they stop? They couldn't stop the three ball from what's his name? Someone's got to remind me. The Oakland dude who could shoot the three ball.
Jack
Golke.
Golke.
Yes, Jack Golke. Kentucky could not stop that three ball from him, and that's what was their Achilles heel. So I think, despite Mississippi State having a really good offense this year, I think the defense is too lackluster, and I think that come tournament time, offense you can never bank on a reliable offense because there's no such thing as a reliable offense. So Mississippi State, they're going to go out first, second round.
Okay. Arjun, do you watch college basketball? Yeah.
I don't know ball.
I know. I will definitely be watching a lot of basketball this March Madness, but I haven't had enough knowledge to go up there. And with that, we're just going to transition over to another segment. I'm going to list 10 sport movies, and you guys are going to blind rank them. Okay, you guys ready? Yeah.
Do we have to come to a consensus on what the list is, or should do we just keep our own?
How about we do a consensus, because this is,
I like that.
We got all of us here.
That's easier to do. Mm-hmm. Is it 10? It's 10 movies?
Yeah, I just need I'm going to go, well, okay, yeah.
I can write it down. I can write it down.
You have paper? All right.
I have paper.
Okay, first movie. Creed.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest.
Creed? Like Michael B. Jordan Creed?
Watched this.
Yes. You've never watched Creed?
I don't want to trigger anybody watching at home or any of you guys. I've probably watched like 10% of all sports movies.
That's not an insane movie not to have seen. I think you should.
Like I
watch
just
it, but
watched
that's not
Happy
insane.
Gilmore. I just watched Happy Gilmore.
That's
Okay.
a little bit insane that you only just watched
Yeah.
that.
I'm not a movie guy. I'm
Bill?
a center guy. Like when I sit down, I'm like a Thursday night. I'm like, oh, what movie should I watch?
Okay, but Creed. So, my take on Creed is personally, I thought it was really well done. I really do like Michael B. Jordan. I think he does great in a lot of his movies. And I do like Sylvester Stallone in that as well. I think he played a really great job of playing that old dude, mentoring Creed, especially with the relationship between him and his father. For me, this is like a good solid, honestly, 5, 6, 7 seed.
Yeah.
I was thinking right along the lines of 5, because for a sports movie, it's a good movie.
That's a good
It's
take.
like a good plot and story, and I think the acting was well done, and I just do think it is a good movie in general outside of the sports world. So I would agree with it, like a 5 there, just right.
You go
in
with the
the middle
5?
of that.
Okay. We're going to put Creed at the 5.
Couldn't agree more. It's a great spot.
You have not seen
Hey
it.
man, just keep it going. Just keep it going.
Okay,
The 5,
next
6 sounds
movie.
good.
Where would you guys put Remember the Titans?
Oh, this is a here. This is a here. This is a here. I've watched this one.
So this is
Oh my
easy
God.
1 or 2 seed.
Okay. No, no, no,
The
no.
only issue is Braden's gonna pull something where like
He's gonna pull out Hoosiers.
He's gonna pull out Mighty Ducks. So I
we'll
think
pull out Field of Dreams.
Mighty Ducks is a pull.
Mighty Ducks is heat, bro.
We'll pull out The Blind Side. Oh, The Blind Side. That's a great movie.
Remember the Titans, I think, is 2.
I would put it 2 and save the 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I think he might screw us over, but sure, yeah. We'll go Remember
Okay.
the Titans at the
Oh
2.
my God. Wait. What was the
All right.
what was the super fat guy from Remember the Titans? What was that guy's like name? You know what I'm talking about?
I do know who you're talking about. The one who starts singing
Yeah,
wait.
I haven't seen it in.
Are you talking about
recently enough to remember.
the really big white guy that got like
Yeah, he had like
Oh.
horrible grades. He was low-key a bum, but he was a menace, bro. He was a beast. Oh,
He was a beast.
All right. Next movie, Miracle.
Miracle on Ice.
Oh, gosh.
This is a solid 3 or 4. I'm not gonna lie. This
I
is-
think I agree. I think it's not as good as Remember the Titans, but that speech at the end, oh my
I
goodness.
would put it 3 because
I agree.
of that speech.
Bruised leg is a heck of a long way from the heart.
It's also
Again.
like chilling. Like
Again.
chills. Like the scene where he's in his house with his family. Oh my God. All right, I think it's all 3 or 4.
We are the greatest hockey team in the world tonight. Yeah, man. And then we lost the Frozen Four. Or sorry, the Four Nations Cup. That was so everyone was tweeting about that speech.
Bro.
It's so disappointing. Regardless, yeah, 3 for Miracle.
I love that. I love that.
Gosh, that's a great hockey movie.
All right. We ready for the next one?
Ready for the next one?
Yep.
The Sandlot, the first one.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't watched this since
Whatever.
I was like 6.
Yeah.
But it's also a banger of a movie.
I feel like your banger thing is more like nostalgia based.
That's fair.
Like
feel like-
I would put it more in the 7 range.
I agree. I think The Sandlot's a good movie to watch as a kid. I think there are a lot of. I think we just in the scope of whole movies there you could.
Because just remember, we have to put a movie 9 and 10. and
Yeah,
8.
we have to put a movie low. So I think you could argue this is 7 or 8.
He's
I
probably
would
gonna
put
pull out like some like Bella and the Bulldogs or some like nasty.
Okay.
bro. I swear to God.
I don't think he's pulling. I would say
Let's
8.
get
I would say
Jerry.
8.
Hey.
Now my name, quarterback.
Oh hell no!
I would
I'd say
say
like
8.
6, 7. Range is pretty good.
8.
We're making an edit out of that. We just clip farm, bro.
Like
We do kind of clip farm on this show. We kind of do. Wait, so 7 or 8? Origin, choose.
I'd say 7.
All right, let's go.
Yeah,
We'll go.
the way I looked at the Sandlot is that as like a elementary kid, you're like, this is the best sport movie. But as you get older and you begin to watch those movies, like Remember the Titans and Miracle, those are like the actually like good
Yeah.
sport movies.
Like The Sandlot's funny and stuff, but like it's just like, yeah.
Dude, I hated the puking scene. Like I would turn away every time
Back out. Oh,
because it was like a burping noise and nah.
yeah. All right, next one.
Okay, next one, Rocky 4.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I've never seen any of the
That's the
Rocky.
Soviet one, right?
Yeah, that's the Soviet guy. You've never seen Rocky, Arjun?
No, so my barber has like this poster of Rocky. A little bit of a story time right now. And every single time I go in there, because I'm in there like every 2 to 3 weeks, he always clowns me because I don't know who that guy is. All I know is the guy's name is Sylvester
2
Stallone.
to 3 times a week.
Yeah. Oh no, not a week. Every 2
Wait.
every 2 to
You
3
go,
weeks.
wait, you go to your barber. Okay, every 2 weeks. That's kind of crazy. Okay.
'Cause I got
I'm-
curly hair, man.
I would put this one 6 maybe.
Mm,
Well, let me see. Let me see. Is it bomb?
I
I
personally think Rocky 4 is the best of all the Rockies.
I would
Okay.
disagree.
I think it's Rocky 4 and then Rocky 1 and then
Okay,
I would
wait,
put Rocky 1
this is
over
this
Rocky
this
4.
is the Soviet one, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm lying. I haven't seen the Soviet one. I thought I haven't seen this one, so I can't comment as much.
Tyler, you gotta do your magic.
I would just put it 6 then. It was a decent movie, but I wouldn't say it's better than Rocky 1.
All right, sure. Rocky IV.
All right. Next movie, Happy Gilmore. Now Arjun can actually give an opinion
Now Arjun
on
can
this.
talk.
Okay, first off, the concept of Happy Gilmore is hilarious because it's this guy that doesn't know anything about golf and he hits nukes, right? And it's Adam Sandler, which makes the movie like 10 times better. I'm an Adam Sandler.
Oh, is he gonna put Waterboy on there?
I'm gonna be real. It's my one.
You're one.
Like
Oh.
I would say 1-2 if he didn't already have the Mighty Ducks. Because if he pulls out the Mighty Ducks, I'm gonna cry
No,
myself.
I don't think we can make it the one. I think there's bound to be at least
Then put it 3.
You know what the issue
Miracle
is?
3.
I think we went too top heavy at the beginning.
Yeah,
I
we
think
might
we
have.
put too many
I
too
think
many.
we okay. This can slot in at the 4. This can slot in
Yeah.
at the 4. Yeah, we should have put Creed at 5. That was too high.
Okay. Next
All right.
one.
1 second. I gotta be back in a second.
All right. Do you want us to wait for you? Or...
No, we can just keep going.
Okay.
Let's just do it. Yeah.
All right. Next movie. Where would you guys put Space Jam?
I feel
Yeah,
like this movie kind of like
The Michael Jordan one, not the LeBron
okay.
one.
Maybe this movie
Oh,
was. And I gotta go back and watch these movies just to make sure that they were actually good, and my childhood brain isn't glorifying it.
objectively, the acting was like incredibly buns, and like the movie was like
Yeah.
buns, but like it was Michael Jordan. So like when you're like 5 and you're watching
Yeah,
it,
you're like, this is incredible.
exactly. But like if you look back,
Oh.
is this an
What's up, Doc?
So you guys have never played basketball before?
is the Goons and Charles Barkley too? Oh my God, bro, Charles Barkley.
My favorite scene in that movie is when it's like, yeah, it's Charles Barkley and like Muggsy Bogues and all the other players who college gets going, and they're like all like, and they're like in like the doctor's office. It's like the montage of them like trying to
Man.
get better.
Man, you ain't no Charles Barkley. You just some
Yes,
bum
uh-huh.
look-alike.
It's that child smack talking Charles Barkley.
What movie did I miss?
Space Jam.
Michael Jordan
The
one.
first one?
Yes.
Okay, wait, which Space Jam was better? The new Space Jam or the old Space Jam?
Old
I'll
Space
be
Jam was
honest.
miles better.
Wait, Tyler, connect your mic.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
It was connected. It was just behind me, but
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think Space Jam. Space Jam, I feel like that's a 9.
Like,
yeah,
it's not
neither of them are good movies.
It's just
Yeah, let's be real.
nostalgia.
Like the old Space Jam, at least I can look back with like fond memories. But like
It's not a good movie.
it's not a good
Yeah.
movie.
It's just because
Space Jam's one of those movies that you see like people have like merchandise of it, like Bugs Bunny jerseys, like that stuff's cool, but the movie itself just wasn't that good.
Yeah.
So Space Jam at the 9. Could we do Space Jam at the 10? I mean,
Yeah, I think we could do Space Jam at the 10. We need a 10, and
we need a
No,
10.
I
whoa.
wouldn't hate putting that there.
Hold on.
Yeah.
What if he pulls out Space Jam with LeBron though? That's an absolute 10. That thing sucks.
It's an 11.
And I'm a LeBron Glazer. Like he got hurt. Like I figured out earlier today he got hurt. I saw someone fall to their knees at Walmart, dude. I swear. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro. My glorious king is hurt with a high ankle sprain. Oh my
I
God.
thought it was a groin strain.
Oh, I thought it was ankle. I thought it was left high ankle sprain.
I thought I saw groin.
Okay. Wait, so 9 or 10 for Space Jam?
10. I don't think he's gonna put the LeBron one on there.
Yeah.
Gonna do
And either way, we'll just put it 9, and it doesn't really matter.
Sure, Space Jam. All right, Space Jam at 10.
Yeah, 10.
All right.
Got 3 movies left. This one, The Blind Side.
Oh, God. Ugh.
Oh my God, bro.
I know he's gonna pull out a better movie, but I want to make it my one because I cried nonstop watching that movie. I will
That
wear
movie
that
was
with
so
pride.
emotional, bro. Oh my God. Especially because have you heard about the allegations that came out too?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's-
all of it's fake now. That made me so mad. I
Yeah.
wanted to post something, bro.
Maybe for that we have to drop it though, because that's like drama.
Because it's fake, we have to drop it.
Based on a true story that was fake.
No, actually though. Like, have you heard that all this?
Well, it's
Yeah,
not.
I
it's
heard,
not
like-
fake, but it was fraud.
It was like the parents told Michael Orr that like you're not adopted, but you're basically adopted, and it was more like an apprentice. And it wasn't an apprenticeship. It was like an No, it was something along the lines of they got-
Guardianship. It was a guardianship.
yeah, that's what it was. But it's like now they have all
And
the
they
rights
got, and
to
they got
him
and they got to profit off him and use his name and image for their profit, and they don't have to
but he's
give him
not their
anything.
child.
The whole
Like in the movie, like they're rich too.
Yeah.
Like I think
Yeah,
it said
they're
like their
well-off.
dad owns like 10 fast food joints.
Yeah.
Or what it
And
was.
Also,
Wait,
it said
Did we put Happy Gilmore 3?
Yeah.
What spots do we have
Oh
open?
no, we put Miracle 3, Happy Gilmore 4. But also in the movie they made Michael seem like he was a really like just stupid child and who didn't know how to play football.
Yeah.
In reality, he was like actually like a dog even before he met the parents.
And they made him seem like an idiot. Remember when he was driving the car and they got into the car crash?
Yeah.
They made him sound like an absolute idiot.
Yeah, man.
It's tragic though, too.
Yeah, bro.
Honestly, What slots do we have left, Charlie? We have the one.
1, 8, and 9.
Dude, that is such a bad spot to be in. Oh my
You
God.
have
I
to
know.
put
I don't want to
one.
put the blind side
You have
lower
to
than
put
the
one.
Sandlot.
Dude.
Yeah. Once I heard you guys put Creed at 5, I was like, this is not gonna go well.
Yeah,
Oh my
this was
God.
horrible strategy.
I
This
said
was
we should put Sandlot 8.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did
we
say
should
that.
put Sandlot at the 8. Ugh, fine. I'm gonna bite the bullet. I'm gonna drop Sandlot or Blindside to the 8,
Oh,
which
that's
hurts me
so
on
tough.
like such a level that I can't even fathom.
Blindside should be top five in reality.
Bro, dude, it's my favorite movie. It's just, I mean, I cried so hard watching that, but I understand that there are like better movies out there.
Okay,
Regardless,
next movie, us.
All right. Rudy.
9. I've never
I'm
heard
okay
of
putting
it.
that at 9.
I'm not opposed. The first time I
1 or
watched it, I
9,
probably cried.
he's gonna pull something out.
The first time I watched it, I probably cried, but every time I watch it since, it's like he just wasn't that good.
All right,
I
Rudy at
don't-
the
I don't-
9. What's
yeah,
our
Rudy at
number
the
1? Give it to us, Brayden.
Braden, if you pull out some like the League of Their Own movie or something, I'm gonna lose my mind. I hope you
Look
know.
at that, was a banger.
That
I mean, it
was
wasn't.
not. That was not.
What?
That was
No!
not.
No! Look at that, was a banger.
Movie us.
All right. Coach Carter.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm pissed. No, I
I mean,
don't want that.
I'm not happy.
Oh, no.
Okay, I mean, I'm
Getting
not
bad
happy with that
overseas
being number
is
1, but
okay.
I mean, it's not terrible. I've seen all the TikTok clips of it, so you know.
Okay. Just warning that I did not choose these movies based on just my preference. I was just trying to think of movies that are.
Oh, this is good. This is a good range. There's basketball, boxing.
I didn't want to
football.
be too sport heavy.
These
What
are
do you
all
mean too
sport
sport
movies.
heavy? It's sports movies.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Well, okay. Well, like I didn't want to give 7 football movies.
All right, here we go.
Oh.
Counting down from number 10. This is for the cap cut. the blind ranking of sports movies that Braden gave us. Space Jam, Michael Jordan version. Rudy, The Blind Side, which again is travesty. Sandlot, Rocky 4, Creed, Happy Gilmore, Miracle, Remember the Titans, Coach Carter.
I think that
Yo.
6 and 5 seed just screwed us so bad.
No. I think if you switch Coach Carter and the Blind Side, I genuinely think we have a good list.
I would agree with that actually.
That's not even a terrible take. I think we put Blindside number 1, which I would personally do by
You
myself.
bit the bullet. We said 1.
We?
I said 1. I said
Okay,
1.
I remember Arjun agreed with me putting it at 8, but I don't know. Coach Carter isn't that bad of a movie. It's just, I don't know. I thought Samuel L. Jackson did fine.
Yeah.
It's got that banger song too.
Sing it.
Let us know down below in the comments if you guys thought this list was good. Okay.
Good plug, Blair. Good plug, Blair. Good plug, Braden.
Yeah. I mean, come on. That's how you got to end all the reels, bro.
Wait. Before we move on, I just got breaking news from Bleacher Report and ESPN. Devontae Adams just signed a 2-year deal with the Rams.
Ooh.
Kind of a random move, I'm not going to lie, but.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
It's just a cup replacement, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. But that's
Oh, yeah, Cooper's gone.
I'm not gone
Well,
yet.
he's going to be.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's going to be gone.
And I mean that's a lot of things happening in the NFL today. I mean, Myles Garrett got the
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
extension.
he got paid.
Didn't Jerry Judy
Overpaid
move?
into hell. I think that's a terrible move by the Browns.
Yeah.
What was it, like 4 years, 120 million?
Yeah, he's not that good.
200.
Oh,
Myles
shoot.
Garrett?
He's the highest paid player in NFL history, I think.
Non QB.
No, he beat Dax. Thing.
No, it was highest non QB. Because Max Crosby was that for like
Oh,
5
yeah.
days, and then Myles Garrett signed that
Man,
extension.
wait until Micah gets paid.
He's not breaking that.
I am Myles Garrett?
The Cowboys didn't have the space for that.
Yeah, they
No.
did. We just restructured Dak and CD's contract.
Yeah,
Dude.
Braden, what's the next segment?
Okay. Actually, do we want to go into the next step? I was actually going to have a question for you guys. Where do you think Cooper Kupp should go? Because the Rams just signed Devontae. You've got Puka.
He
Like,
should go to
where's
a
he going to
win-now
go?
team.
Go to Buffalo.
I was about to say that.
I
And-
think that could be a great move for him because that's a
And he
championship.
looks just
that they-
like Cole Beasley.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, they replaced Cole Beasley with Cooper Kupp?
Mm-hmm.
Cole
That'd be
Beasley's
cool.
been out of the league for a minute, though.
Yeah, okay, I understand that, but
that's
still.
why they haven't been
Yeah.
winning.
I would say either the Bills or the Ravens. Honestly, the Ravens.
I wouldn't say the Ravens.
No,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah,
this is
you have
not
Zay
a-
Flowers and
Deontay Johnson went there and his career's done now.
yeah.
No, but you see, I feel like I don't know. I feel like Lamar puts up all these numbers, but he doesn't really have like a real wide receiver one. Like Zay Flowers showed that this year.
Well,
like prior to that.
he also has 2 top 10 tight ends.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's
like
actually-
Isaiah Likely.
When they can catch the
Like,
ball.
I would
Isaiah
say
Likely as a
top.
backup tight end. If he started somewhere else, he could probably be a top 10 tight end right now,
Probably. He's a dog.
or he might even be one right now. But
I mean, you
with
saw him week 1 when Mark Andrews didn't perform. He put up
yeah,
2 touchdowns, like 100 yards.
I could see Cooper
Yeah.
Kupp going to Tampa Bay.
yeah, kind of like to fill in for Godwin because he's
Godwin's gonna
on the
get
last
paid.
year.
That's what people are saying.
But okay, sure.
Do you
Then
think?
my other question. Wait, I have a question to follow up on that. Where does Sam Darnold go?
That's what everybody's saying.
As a
I've heard
Vikings
a thing
fan,
that he
I would
goes
honestly
back
be
to the
fine if he
Jets.
stayed. I just need I would need a little bit more insurance that he's actually going to perform this year. I would like. Ugh.
I feel bad for like JJ McCarthy though, because if the
Well,
Vikings,
We don't need
that's
JJ.
the,
JJ.
the Vikings are looking to trade him if they re-sign Sam Darnold.
that's what I mean.
Okay, but the thing is, I was always skeptical of JJ because on the first play of the Rose Bowl, the one that he played against Alabama, he threw a pick, but it got called back because it landed out of bounds. Like, I think JJ's a fine quarterback, but I don't think he's not a franchise quarterback. He's not going to be the
I'm
one
gonna-
to lead the Vikings to the promised land for the final
I'm
time.
gonna be honest though. I don't like this year's rookie quarterback class. I think if JJ McCarthy was in this year's quarterback class, he would have been the #1 overall pick.
Again,
Oh,
that's a
without
low
a doubt.
bar, but yeah,
Without
sure.
a doubt.
I just there's so much pressure for him now because Sam Darnold. Like, how many people thought the Vikings were going to go 14-2 on the season? 15-2?
14-3.
Yeah, 14-3. No one was expecting that from the Vikings with Sam Darnold, who just revived
Wait.
his
You expecting the
career.
Vikings to do well or do bad this season?
Well, I'm just saying this is putting a lot of pressure on JJ McCarthy to
Because
do
either
well
JJ
like
McCarthy has to
that.
replicate it.
Yeah,
Or else we're going to
Because-
give Gaddis an arm and a leg to
because
stay
now you
with.
have JJ McCarthy,
which is
who's
how I know you can do
younger.
that.
He's younger. He's more mobile, and he just, I guess,
But this
has
is
a higher ceiling than Sam Darnold. So now the idea is that, okay, he should lead the Vikings to 12, 13 plus win season in his first year. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
But this is now the issue with just quarterbacks in general. It's that it's not like you don't ever have time to develop. You're just thrown into programs, and honestly, like college teams are basically NFL programs. We have to go in with learn a playbook as quickly as possible, and then go out there and try and put 13 wins up, some on the road, some at home. And it's the same expectation in the NFL. There's no more development. There's just the expectation that you're going to be able to perform and develop at the same time. It's like it's completely unreasonable to ask so many of these quarterbacks to go out there. What, you're 20 years old? Yeah, go be Tom Brady, okay, bud? It's like it doesn't work like that.
But if there was an offensive system that could do that, it's the Vikings offense.
Yeah,
Plug any quarterback into that offense, and that offense will perform.
yeah, we saw that with Josh Dobbs. Like, he was there for like
Josh Dobbs
a
was
day.
out there and was
Put him back in space.
I mean, I feel bad for JJ because this kind of reminds me of the Trey Lance situation.
Yeah.
You have this guy come in and he outplays you, and then when it comes back to it and you're healthy again, you never get your shot.
But, I mean, look what happened to Brock Purdy. Everyone's calling for Brock Purdy to be. A lot of people are calling for Brock Purdy to, get the boot.
Well, people don't have enough patience nowadays. Like, people are forgetting
Oh
that.
no, dude! The patient,
With
the
Brock
patience
Purdy,
factor is gone.
And all
Brock
that
Purdy
is
is also because he's expecting a bag, and Brock Purdy doesn't deserve a bag.
Brock Purdy does not deserve a
That
bag.
is true.
Because
But,
he's
like,
like-
look at Jordan Love. I mean, he was able to sit under Aaron Rodgers for 2-3 years. He got to learn. And then in his season where he actually did start, he did really well. And I actually want to transition over to the NFL draft. Since the Raiders did trade for Geno Smith, I think you can try and get Jalen Milroe in not, I guess, one of the later rounds or whenever he's available. So because Jalen Milroe, the physical tools, he could be really good. It's just that, he still has to refine his quarterback craft. So I think that if he learned under Geno Smith for a couple of years with what's his name? The Buckeyes old offensive coordinator. He's on the Raiders now. Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly.
Oh, I hate Chip Kelly.
Because
Chip Kelly's my biggest op.
Because
Sorry.
Chip Kelly, all of his offenses, over the years, have all had a mobile quarterback. And Geno Smith, he can still kind of move. I mean, yeah, he is aging now, but I think that if Milroe went to the Raiders and that he could kind of learn, develop for 2-3 years and then get his shot, I think that he has a chance to be almost all right. And that's something Anthony Richardson absolutely should have gotten. He should have gotten 2 years learning on the bench so then he can go out there and perform because yes, he has the physical tools. Anthony Richardson and Jalen Milroe almost kind of remind me. They're like, in my opinion, they're similar because they're both extremely physically gifted, but they just don't have that, I guess, quarterback play mastered down, and that has cost Anthony, and it could cost Jalen Milroe in the
Not
NFL. That's just my
quarterbacky
opinion.
enough.
Yeah, they're not.
The only problem with what you said is, can the Raiders afford to have Geno Smith be their quarterback for more than 1 year? No, they can't. He's degressing at a crazy rate, and they don't really have a supporting cast for Geno either. And even still, why take a risk on Milroe? I would take a risk on so many other guys before I'd take a risk on Milroe. I have not seen a single thing from Milroe that points to NFL starter. I've seen things from other guys that point to NFL starter.
Yeah.
Objectively, I see the Raiders picking up offensive linemen in this draft. I think this is an offensive
Or a running back.
no, not a running back. They're gonna pick
Dude,
up.
this is a great running back class.
This is
I
a
know,
great
I
running
know,
back
but
class.
I don't see them doing this. I think they pick strictly
Zamir White and
O-line.
Madison can't
and-
carry that running back backfield. Might be the worst I've ever seen.
Well, he's gonna have to do it for another year until he go get Arch. That's my prediction. Early next year, I think we sit back in this position 1 year from now, and Arch Manning or someone
Klubnik.
else is gonna be a Las Vegas Raider.
Kate Klubnik.
Cade Klubnik. That's actually a good point. Cade Klubnik's stock has been rising like crazy past couple weeks.
He's so underrated.
Yes.
In this quarterback class, I love Jackson Dart, and I'm so surprised that he is not. I've heard things from NFL guys saying that Cam Ward has kind of cemented himself as quarterback one in this class, and now it's kind of a debate who's quarterback two. Is it Shador or Jackson Dart? I personally really like Jackson Dart. I mean, he almost kind of reminds me of Jalen Milroe, the way that he like runs the ball kind of, with reckless abandon, which is kind of bad, but you also like a quarterback that, isn't going to be afraid of going into that contact. And, he did lead a pretty good Ole Miss offense, and his Senior Bowl and his Combine were both really good. I could see Jackson Dart being either like a first round surprise or a later round steal.
Yeah, I feel like Jackson Dart is giving me this eerie sensation of a Bo Nix in this year's draft. Not necessarily like the experience, even though he is very experienced, not as heavily experienced as Bo Nix, but
Like a
rather the fact
good-looking
that
white
he's
guy
kind of
part.
been forgotten about this whole draft process. What do you say?
You look like a good-looking white guy part.
They are good-looking white guys. Pause. But I think that they're going to both be kind of forgotten about, and I think there's going to be like a team like the equivalent of the Denver Broncos this year that are just going to be sitting back and watching how the draft unfolds and see how many quarterbacks get picked top 10. And if they need to trade up to go get their guy, they're going to end up doing that.
And see, I've been high on Jackson Dart since before the college season started. He was my preseason Heisman pick. I've been high on him forever. And I believe he has the talent for the NFL. I don't believe he has the decision making. If you look back, Jackson Dart has had way too many non-interceptions. If you understand what I'm saying.
Like
Where-
dropped interceptions.
Yeah, where
like,
he put the ball in a place it shouldn't have gone and was lucky that it only ended up incomplete. And the second problem I have with him is the fact that he was in an offense built for him and he couldn't get the job done. Lane Kiffin built that Ole Miss offense around Jackson Dart and for Jackson Dart to succeed. And yeah, he got, a 10-win year this year, but it was a disappointing 10-win year. And I think when you look back at it, I 100% believe he has the talent, the arm talent, most definitely. He has the legs, but I don't know if his decision making is NFL ready yet.
Well, I agree with that, except for the fact that you said that he couldn't get it done. I'll admit that he didn't have a great season, but you can't put all the blame on him. Like if you watch the games that they lost, right? Ole Miss, they won against Georgia. Yes, that's a huge game. Jackson Dart played all right, but the big factor was that Ole Miss's defense actually showed up. I feel like that's the thing that a lot of people forget about. Ole Miss is, as a team, their lack of composure, as well as their lack of defensive composure, really screwed up their whole season. Because after that Georgia game, not sure if you guys remember, we were on this podcast. We were talking about locks
Yeah.
and seeding for the playoff. Like, objectively, we thought that Ole Miss was going to be traveling to Austin and playing Texas, or possibly they could be coming up to Beaver Stadium, or even they would go and play the Irish, right? And then who'd they lose to? They lost the next week to somebody.
Texas.
Oh no, they didn't
No,
lose.
they lost. It was a bad loss. Was it South
Florida.
Carolina?
I think it was
Florida.
to South Carolina.
South Carolina sports have just been in the dumpster fire recently.
Yeah.
It was Florida. Florida.
Oh yeah, it was Florida.
24-17. Jackson Dart threw 2 triple coverage interceptions.
Yeah, but I agree with your point of the throwing the ball in the danger zone a little bit too much. I feel like he has a super like impulsive arm. Needs to kind of scan the field and go through his progressions. And depending on what system he goes to, I mean, there's a good amount of systems in the NFL where it's you have one progression. If it's not there, either throw it away or scramble. And I mean, he has the legs to be able to do that, and just see if he ends up in a system like that.
Now, Tyler, I just wanted to go back to your point. You said that Ole Miss had like a disappointing season. What would you say is what was their goal this season? Because they
Without
for
a doubt,
sure weren't fighting for a
playoffs.
national championship.
They 100% were. With the amount of moves they made in the transfer portal, the amount of talent that they brought in, retaining Jackson Dart, Trey Harris, and that backfield of Parrish, it was without a doubt an Ole Miss team that wanted to win this year, and they didn't. I mean, their losses were so disappointing. All of their losses shouldn't have been losses. It was generally one of the most disappointing seasons I've seen from a team in a minute.
Yeah, I would say that and the Arizona Wildcats, two biggest
Oh
disappointments.
my gosh,
seasons.
dude! I thought that. Oh, what's it? McMillan and who are the Fafita? I thought they were like the next big thing. I thought because I remember when they were freshmen and they were like just coming in for like a bowl game or something, and they were balling out.
They
They
were
both
gone.
went to the same high school.
Mhm.
Like they have that like insane chemistry because they've known each other for almost 10 years. They've been playing with each other for almost a decade, and that was just so disappointing. I mean, they had that really good lineman go to the Packers, and then actually, what do you guys think about this receiver class? Do you think McMillan is like the solid receiver one?
I think McMillan is the locked receiver one. I think really highly on Luther Burden and on Golden and as well on Ibuka. After that, I get really shaky on the rest of them because I feel like a lot of those guys are just hit or miss. But I think T-Mac is definitely a lock. I'm really confident on Burden. I think he had great season 2 years ago. No Brady Cook this year, so he couldn't play as well. But I think he's going to be good. I think it's an okay receiver class in general, though.
Yeah, I agree with everything with the Tyler said, except Tez Johnson still. I know he had like the super lackluster combine. We touched on it last week, but I still have this like feeling that of course he's gonna fall because of that. I know for receivers the combine is huge, but if you still like look at his tape, he doesn't have stat speed. He has game speed. Is what
Yeah.
I like to think about it as.
Like Senior Bowl one-on-ones?
Or like
That
or
was
like even
disgusting.
or even like the Big Ten championship against my Nittany Lions, he smoked us. And like you look at the 40 times that like our safety Jalen Reed ran, he ran a 4.6. And yes, that is technically slower than what Tez Johnson ran, but you look at all those other guys, Akeem Wheatley, what they all ran. In theory, they'd be able to catch up to Tez Johnson, but Tez Johnson's his way of taking angles and IQ and his just game style and his agility and his contradicting, but his overall quickness, I think is just something that the stats really can't just show for themselves.
Yeah, and you can't just like produce adrenaline at a combine because like when you're in a football game, like when the adrenaline is so high and you're clashing against some of the most athletically gifted men on the planet, you just have so much adrenaline going through you that you could do things that like you didn't even think were possible. Like I'm pretty sure, Saquon Barkley with that backwards hurdle, I'm not sure he would have done that if he didn't have as much adrenaline or if he's just, in the backyard doing like a low stakes type of game. But once you're like moving and those guys that can really rise up without adrenaline and just like being in the moment, you just don't see that in the combine. Okay, if that's all we have to talk about, that's going to wrap up another episode of the Coastal Feuds podcast. Once again, I'm your host, Braden Plord. Alongside me were my co-stars, Charlie Van Dyke, Tyler Lombardi, and Arjun Pirani. We're all signing off for another episode. We hope you guys can tune in next week, and we'll see you then.